Hi everyone, I'm Mike Staver. This is Mondays with Mike, a weekly video series where I answer questions from people just like you. Here's this week's question. Dear Mike, I work for a company my family owns. I make a ton of money and I am bored to death. I want to do something else. My family says they're supportive, but secretly I'm pretty sure they think I'm insane. Because if I were to leave and do what I really want to do, I wouldn't make as much money and I wouldn't follow the family lineage. The question I have for you is, do I follow my gut and desires and move on, or do I continue the family tradition? I will be financially secure for the rest of my life, most likely, and I will have a relatively easy road ahead. That's tough, right? What you're asking me is a values-based decision. You're asking me if you should go with your core values or go with what's expected of you. I will tell you that if I worked for a family-owned business and I was making a ton of money and the road ahead would be very easy for me, it would be very tempting to stay in that environment. It would also be excruciatingly dangerous for my spirit. It would be excruciatingly dangerous for the way I live my life. And here's why. Because at some point, there's not enough money to put a painkiller on the wounds that not living out what your core purpose is about. So I don't really invest a lot in the family tradition, money, thing, unless you're living out your purpose. So the first thing you need to do is figure out, what's my purpose? Where's my passion? What do I want to do? And most of us are afraid. I had a conversation with a young lady yesterday, very bright, master's MBA, working for a very successful manufacturing company as an executive. She's 28, maybe. Way ahead of her game, and she is bored to death and can't stand her life. You know why? Because she did what was expected of her instead of doing what she wanted to do. Now, I know some of you are thinking, well, you can't just do what you want to do. You got to pay the bills. That's true. But I can tell you this, I'd rather have fewer bills, live in a smaller environment, doing what my purpose is, than making tons of money in a traditional way, being unhappy every day. Because it'll age you really, really fast. So, I can't tell you whether you should follow your gut and desires and move on or continue with the family tradition. I can tell you that continuing with the family tradition, if it's not in alignment with your core values and your purpose for your life, is going to make you and your family miserable. Now, do I realize there are certain realities that your family may resist, right? Yeah. Do I think you're going to get the keys to the kingdom and the Porsche if you go out and decide that you want to raise bonsai trees for the rest of your life? No. But living on purpose requires the consequences, both positive and negative, that go along with that. Get by yourself. Think about your purpose. Where's your heart? And then follow that. Don't forget to pay your bills, because mom and dad aren't going to want to keep paying them. I'm Mike Staver. This is Mondays with Mike. Take care.